So most people actually don't know that it is your right and you can request that an account be closed. If you have not made a promise to pay for the account in the last 3 years, then that debt has prescribed. Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tumi, also known as Tumi.com, and today what we will be talking about is prescribed debt. Okay, so let's say for example you opened an account in 2020. Okay, so now you open an account in 2020, let's say in July. Okay, so now today it's January 2023. That account has not prescribed. Although if you haven't paid for that account or have any acknowledgement of the account by July, the end of July 2023, then that account has prescribed. So let me put it this way: if you haven't paid your account in January 2020, by the end of January 2023, this month, you can challenge prescription and you can ask the debtor to remove or close that account that has not been paid. So most people actually don't know that it is your right and you can request that an account be closed if it has not been acknowledged and both parties have not made any type of action to either collect the money or pay the account in full within the 3 years. So if no such action has happened, it is your right to request that they close the account. Okay, so there are 3 conditions that you do have to acknowledge first before claiming prescription. So what are the 3 conditions in order to claim that a debt has prescribed? Number 1, you have to not have paid for the account within the last 3 years. So if you have not paid the account in the last 3 years and you have not made a promise to pay for the account in the last 3 years, then that debt has prescribed. That's number 1. Number 2 is if you have not acknowledged the debt within the past 3 years, then that debt has prescribed. The third condition is that a summons has not been sent to you within the last 3 years. So let me explain further into the 3 conditions. So with condition number 1, you must not have paid the account in 3 years and you must not have made a promise to pay the account in 3 years. So what that means is if, for example, FNB calls you within 2 years of you opening the account and they say that, oh, you have this account you need to pay. If you pay the account within that 2 years, or if you say, okay, I'll pay on Tuesday the 5th, whatever, right? If you say, okay, I will pay the amount, and you do pay the amount, then you cannot claim prescription. The second condition, which is acknowledgement of the debt within the 3 years. So you must not have acknowledged the debt within the past 3 years, either verbally or in writing. They'll call you, they say, oh, are you Mrs. whatever? Is this your ID number? Do you know that you have an account with us? Do you know that you owe this much on an account? When do you want to pay? All of those questions, you are acknowledging the debt. If you answer those questions, you are acknowledging the debt, which is fine. But if you have done it within the past 3 years, then the debt has not prescribed. If, for example, 3 years down the line or 3 years more down the line, they call you and they try to have you acknowledge the debt, then you can claim that no, this debt has prescribed. You have that right. So you must not have acknowledged the debt within the 3 years. So you can't acknowledge. Let's take the example, for example, where you open an account in 2020. Let's take that example. If you have acknowledged the debt, for example, in 2022, it has not prescribed. So it has to be 3 years after, okay, you've opened the account. Last condition is you must not have received a summons within the past 3 years. So if you don't know what a summons is basically documents that are issued from the court that are then sent to your house. Okay, so what normally happens is, for example, FNB or whatever, or FNB or any creditor will normally go to court and request that they send a summons to their clients and requesting that they pay. If you receive that letter, right, within the 3 years, it has not prescribed. So if you are sitting at home and it's 3 years after you've opened the account and you're sitting at home and you have a summons in your hand, unfortunately that debt has not prescribed. So it has to have happened 3 years after you've opened the account, or 3 years after you've made any type of payment. If those 3 conditions have been met, then you can claim that the debt has prescribed. If the creditor can prove that those conditions have not been met, then they can claim that you need to pay them, and then you will have to pay them at some point. So what accounts can you claim prescription on? So you can claim prescription on retail accounts, cell phone accounts, personal loans or payday loans, credit card accounts, telecom accounts, gym memberships, as well as cell phone accounts. So if those accounts have prescribed in the past 3 years, you can actually claim prescription, and you can ask the creditor to close those accounts and remove it from your credit report. So in conclusion, it is against the law for a creditor to request payment on any account that has not received any movement within the last 3 years. So it's illegal for them to try to hunt you down after 3 years of them not acknowledging the debt at all. If they try to hunt you down and ask you to make payment, it's out of your hands. They need to take it up with the law, because at that point your account has prescribed and you can request for them to close the account. Okay, lastly, if you do want me to check your credit report and let you know which of your accounts has prescribed, you can send me an email. I will leave my email address in the description below. I can take a look at your credit report and I can tell you which of your accounts has prescribed. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment, please like the video, please subscribe as well. Please subscribe, and then if you have any questions, you can always email me. I will leave my email address in the description below. Thank you for watching.